What is up, guys? Zebec Pact update central bank and new payroll partner. And we're going to highlight some research of some brothers in the field, some really good research brothers. Shout out to Shook Focus Digital. Shout out to the Crypto Crossroads Show. But let's get to it today. Let's go ahead and show my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday. Let's go ahead and share the screen here. Just want to update you guys on some shows we just did. Definitely check out the Battle of the Cycles, the 4-year, 7-year, and 100-year with me and your boy Ski. That was a wonderful episode for you guys that want to learn about the Wyckoff method. You want to learn about WD Gann and what WD Gann did, in these different cycles and cycles within cycles. You definitely want to check that out. And last night we had a 2-hour-long Patreon open mic night. Most people in our open mic night ever. Really rocking, guys. We're really out here, battling this investment world together, both the stock market and the crypto market. So shout out to the patrons, guys. Less than a cup of coffee, open mic night every night. But here, I want to put some highlight on some channels here. You're going to see here some information from our guy, Shook Focus Digital. Shout out to Shook, man. Brilliant researcher, one of the top guys. If you guys want to get some information on Cubic, if you guys want to get some information on XEN, definitely check out our guy Shook here. And then our guy here, let's go back. Our guy here, Crypto Crossroads. Our brother's almost up to 1,000. Definitely let's get him to 1,000. He's been doing some really great work, researching the heck out of Pact, right? So definitely check out his most recent videos on Pact. He has a whole slew, like you can see here, like 6 or 7 videos here on Pact. He's been doing like God's work here with Pact for real. Shout out to the Crypto Crossroads. Definitely give our brother a like and subscribe. And this is some of the research here that we're going to highlight of his. So definitely come over here and check it out. Latest episode, Friends or Foes, Velo, Zebec, and Pact. All right. So shout out to those brothers. And I can see some of the regulars in the chat there. What's up, King Pound? What's up, Hitter All Day? What's up, WF Capital Management? What's up, our guy, King Pound 1? What's up, Delta Ghost in the house? Marcus Garvey. Shout out to Marcus, Patreon member in the house. Let's go, Rue Crew member in the house. What's up, C-Flow? What's up, guys? We're going to get at it today. Now, let's start with, we're kind of going to bury the lead here if we start here with Zebec, but we're going to do that. And, shout out to our brother, 314 Crypto. We'll definitely go look at his X site in a second here. Shout out to that brother for sharing this information with me. It's here on Zebec's Docs. Zebec's has like a Docs site similar to what Canton does, where Canton has their Doc site and their developer Doc site. Well, very interesting here in that Zebec shows all the chains that they work with, right? Supported chains. Canton, of course, we know, right? Canton, Aleo, Algorand, Base, Binance, BitTensor, Boba, Dash. Like some of these people might not even know, right? Like BitTensor that they work with, right? Or Aleo. Or, people might not even know Canton, even though there was the whole Lattice neobank position there. But remember that Simon, or near, right? So remember that Simon, or a ton, right? So remember Simon told us that there would be some information about Canton in the future. Now, if you just look at this little information blog here, it says Solana, Stellar, XRP Ledger, and Canton are supported for both payroll and card products. Wait, let me just read that again. Solana, Stellar, XRP Ledger, and Canton are supported for both payroll and card products. Okay. So very interesting there because, right, Canton with payroll has not been confirmed yet, but it is in this document. I know that Simon went on with Crypto Hulk, and he said that something may be coming with Canton with payroll. And I mean, this might be it, right? That it's in this paper here. So I definitely want to go over here now and shout out to brother 314 Crypto. Oh, our brother Trayton Mall is in the chat too, man. We gotta hook up Mall and do a collaboration, brother. We'll definitely highlight your town too here, brother. Good to see you in the chat, brother. Really appreciate it. Let's go over here and bring up our brother here. 314 Crypto. Yeah, definitely check out Mall, guys, if you guys want to know. In addition to our brother Maximus Crypto, who we all know and love, right? Mall covers Quant, and he covers Zebec as well. Let's see here. All right, let's bring up our brother here, 314 Crypto. So shout out to our brother 314 Crypto, and shout out to Zebec Global, him and Throbbing Lantern, which you see Throbbing Lantern sometimes in the comments over here as well. Definitely go check out their channel. We will highlight that here at the end as well. Shout out to 314 Crypto, picture of him there with Simon and whatnot. So let's definitely give our brother 314 Crypto a follow, and go over to Zebec Global and give those guys a follow as well. But very interesting to see here from Zebec, right? A deepening of the relationship with Canton possibly on the docket coming here a little bit later. We shall see. Okay. And I know it's not on the thumbnail, but we'll also get into a little ADI. And as always, guys, we'll get into your comments today as well. I can see our guys. What's up over there? E, our moderator in our Telegram. What's up, E? What's up, Shawnee Sean 6? What's up, Patrick Steven in the house here today? What's going on, Rising Complexity? And yeah, we'll definitely get to all the comments at the end. 100%, bro. We got to hook it up at some point. 4 a.m. for me here. I figure our brother's over there in Dubai, bro. So he's up here at 4 stopping through, man. I really appreciate it. Got the notification, so I stopped by and show some love. Have a great show, bro. No problem, no problem, Mo. Thank you, brother, for coming through. So now with Pact, right? And Pact has had some it's going up, guys. You could have gotten 1 million of this for $100 when we first mentioned it. Shout out to the Patreon. We mentioned it in there first. So patrons, you guys got this first, definitely. But now Pact, to get 1 million, I think you got to do $170 or so. Let me bring it up here on CryptoRank.io. Or you know what? I'll do it on CoinGecko so we can get the market cap. Now, guaranteed it's probably going to go up after we talk about this information today that Crossroads and Shook found. Shout out to them. So Pact still sitting here at under 10 million market cap, at 5 million market cap here. You know, Total supply 125 billion. So 25 billion more than Zebec, and only about a tenth of the supply is floating right now. Again, like I think I've heard that someone's looked at the token unlocks, and the token unlocks don't seem too bad. So there's something to keep in mind there. But shout out to that. Shout out to Crypto Future, my guy Crypto Future. One third of the Coin Vault, and we'll definitely share the Coin Vault channel with you guys as well. But let's get into the news that our brothers found. So from the Crypto Crossroads Show, Pact, formerly known as Impact Market, co-founder and former president Barbosa was a speaker on a webinar hosted by the Central Bank of Brazil. Okay. XRP wants a license with this bank. PIX, payment platform owned by the Central Bank of Brazil, is on-off ramp for Pact. ZBCN vibes. Now you can see here, he tags our brother Max. He said, Should Focus and I had to translate this webinar. Barbosa, the co-founder of Pact, mentioned carbon credits on the blockchain. There are at least 4 Central Bank of Brazil representatives on this webinar that they found. So very great news there. And then to back that up, right here later, Mr. Marco Barbosa actually responds to Shook and Crypto Crossroads here. He says, impressed with your researching skills. Indeed, these brothers are the best in the craft out there. Definitely, like I said, go give them a like and subscribe on their channels, right? And their X pages. So he actually responded to them. And there is a little conversation here, okay? Crypto Crossroads Show says, thank you, sir. I speak Spanish, so I understand a little bit of Portuguese, but ultimately I had to translate the transcript to English. Were you speaking about Pact being present in the Middle East and the Southeast region of Asia? So the MENA region, right? Basically. And also tokenizing trees and carbon credits. And Marco Barbosa responds, I was speaking more about how I could the loop of nature preservation, carbon credits, and access to finance could be designed and engineered, okay? And how it could scale from pilots in Brazil to more emerging markets. I've been exploring a few of these concepts with NanoPay, which NanoPay here has its own site here, and apparently NanoPay has its own token. You know, you can look into that if you would like, but there was a hint drop from Marco Barbosa, and he says, okay, thank you. That's an interesting overlap. That kind of makes sense. I would love to learn more about NanoPay so I can research it. Is the Central Bank of Brazil funding or running pilots with NanoPay at the moment? So some great research here from our brothers here in the space, and just more connects Pact to there, which was formerly Impact. If you can see here, Marco Barbosa has Impact Market. That's why Crypto Crossroads Show says formerly known as Impact Market, because when they did this, they were known as Impact Market. So very interesting news there, connecting Pact to Central Bank of Brazil, right? We already know that XRP was in that area, doing things in that area, right? And Crypto Crossroads Show is trying to see if they're doing more things in the MENA region, okay? So very, very cool there. And we know that Pact does not only, they're trying to get into the payroll sector, but their biggest sector is loans and credit, okay? But they're also trying to get into the payroll sector. And definitely check out the video that we did, the first video we did into this, because we did a more of a breakdown of what Pact is. Right now, I'm kind of assuming that you've seen the first video, so we won't go too much into that now, but you can definitely come over to the channel and check that out here as well. So big news there for Pact. And then here later on, even more news from these fellas. my friend Shook Focus had me on this YouTube channel, and definitely go check out the channel on Shook's channel where they both spoke. We talked about Pact, on-chain payroll services, and microfinance, but this man surprised me with some groundbreaking alpha. Pact CEO William Lee worked with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And if you guys know the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, these guys have been connected to XRP. From many, many moons ago, let me pull out one of my older XRP mind maps. Okay. In which it shows the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in connection to Ripple. Okay. It's this one here. So you see Ripple there. If you mosey on up over here, you see Moja Loop Foundation, which a lot of people believe Zebec is replacing, right? That Zebec was replacing the Moja Loop Foundation. And then you got the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation here, as well as the Rockefeller Foundation. And if you know about the Rockefellers basically dominated oil, and they continue to dominate oil, regardless of what you might think in modern culture. The Rockefeller family, they have a very big stronghold on oil. But nowadays, since the Rockefeller family, their popularity was like 100 years ago, we forget about them. But believe me, they're still one of the most powerful families in this realm, in this world. So yeah, so very, very interesting there, right? Now, before we get into talking about ADI, let me get into some of the comments here. We got our brother Max in the house as well. Shout out to Max in the house. Max says, Pact seems legit, but if they tokenize Fudge with a partnership with Hershey, I refuse to do a deep dive on the subject. Everything else I'm cool with. Shout out to Max in the house, dropping a little jokey joke in. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see here. What's up, Mike Evans? Agree best intro for crypto. Yes, indeed, Indigo Saint. He killed that intro. Definitely check out Underdog Research Channel, where Underdog and Indigo are collaborating. And Indigo's fire, man. His beats, his emotion. He really captured the essence of my channel, man. Forever grateful for him with that intro, man. You guys should hear the whole thing. I'm telling you, it's a banger. It's a banger. One of these days, I'll put out the whole thing. It won't just be USD1. Zebec will eventually be offering other stable coins that they have an OCC backing. Some very nice information there from Jetpack. And talking about the OCC, I think Metallicus has a former OCC guy on their board. So, shout out to Metallicus, right? The Zebec stablecoin stack will be unlimited. I'll pass on Pact, but salute to all you who's buying in. What's up, Phantom Beat? Hey. I agree, solid info. I wish I could hear the whole intro. Indeed. Okay, let's start from the top here. Brother Roos, some more knowledge. Thank you, sir. No problem. King Pound. Let's freaking go. WF Capital Management, my man. Hitter all day, my great brother Rue. Give us some love to King and Cap. What's good, Hitter? Let's get it. Hey, C-Flow, we leaving with something out here, brother. We leaving with something.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
We leaving with something out here, guys, for sure. Let's continue on here. Stellar, and Zebec from the Delta Ghost in the house. Marcus Garvey with some more love for the intro from our guy Indigo Saint. Indeed, Canton. Oh my gosh, Delta Ghost does not have a high opinion of Canton. Shawnee Sean 6 in the house. What's up, Rue? Let's go. Come to Rue's Telegram. Join the fun. Our guy E spreading the love. Trading Mall in the house. Let's go ahead and bring up Mall's site here. I know she recently changed the name. I wonder if it'll get it. If I'll find it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Maul here. Definitely go check out our brother over here. What did he do? What's his recent video? Make or break. Something changed. He has one on Quant. And yeah, a few on Quant and Zebec. Shout out to our brother Crypto Maul over there. Checking us out from Dubai at 4 a.m. in the morning. Really appreciate it, brother. Shout out to you. I don't know if you're still awake to see this, but shout out to you for coming through, bro. Appreciate it. Purple Rain in the house. Good evening, Rue and family. Keep dropping the knowledge. Rising Complexity, still a great buy. Indeed. Max giving some love to Mall. Load up on Zebec Pact. Mike Evans. Zebec has to hit 309. I don't think it's going to hit 309. In fact, check out the one, the talk that me and your boy Ski just had here, Battle of the Cycles, where your boy Ski gave a excellent, like I kid you not, his breakdown of the Wyckoff is the best breakdown of the Wyckoff I've ever seen. Like he did it here, he did it on Doc Show. Shout out to Invest with Doc. It's a very thorough, succinct, like breakdown of the Wyckoff, no frills, just the information you need to know about Wyckoff and Wyckoff chart. So definitely go check that out here in the show that we did here, and we talked a lot of symbolism, which you guys know I love. So that was a treat for me. That was a definite treat for me. But anyways, I digress. What he showed there in a part of the show was he thought we were in the area where we're just about to spring up into the slow grind into the bull market. So basically right at the turn to where the bull market starts, right? And there's some interesting things we were talking about in the open mic night where, hey, maybe in about 2 weeks to 3 weeks, this market might have a white swan happen. Okay? You heard it here first. May have a white swan happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Just saying. Just saying. All right. And that's the kind of stuff you get in the Patreon, where we went into depth on this. And definitely check out the Battle of the Cycles there, where we went into it based off the Wyckoff method. Okay. Pact is still very cheap despite the very little run it has. Exactly. It's here sitting at, what did we say here? 5 million market cap. And we just connected it to the bank, the Central Bank of Brazil. It's already connected to Tether. It's already connected to Pay Active and some other people, right? So with that many connections, and we just connected it also to Bill and Melinda Gates project, foundation through William Lee. Shout out to Shift Focus Digital for that. This is crazy low market cap. Just needs to get out there, and more people need to start talking about it, right? New Brew, good afternoon, brother. I see Zebec at $2 within 18 months. Well, $2 might be kind of rich, but honestly, 5 cents. I can definitely see it breaking its all-time high within the next few months, right? Especially considering, right, we got the Genius Act going into full effect January 18th, 2027. I think 2027 is going to be hopping, bro. 2027 is going to be rocking. All right. We got into that again. I'm going to reference the show we did with your boy Ski here, right? And I know like the shows that I do, and it's criminal actually. The shows that I do that don't mention Zebec don't get as many views, but they're still like excellent shows. So I wish that I could talk about other stuff and you guys give me just as much views, right? But I'm telling you, like there was some knowledge dropped in this show, right? But anyways, that's just, you know, that could be the YouTube algorithm. It's not just you guys, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Pact from Phantom Beat. What cold wallet stores Pact token? That's a good question. I don't have it in the cold wallet at the moment. I just have it on Kraken, right? But I think it is an Ethereum token. So anything that's Ethereum that has Ethereum on it should hold it. I'm pretty sure that's an Ethereum contract. I have to check that but I'm pretty sure it's an Ethereum contract, so it should be good on anything that stores Ethereum. What's up, wee baby? I went to Pigeon Forge this weekend, and best of left with something. Let's hit you. Let's hit you with leaving with something again.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Hey, bring the peppers once again. You already know what's up, Tony, with the peppers in the house. Let's hit him with the peppers. You know, when you hit the peppers, you get a little high. Isn't that right?
And I'm gonna be high.
Shout out to X Money spokesman William Shatner in the house. West up, gang. What's up, Charmizzle? When do you see Zebec going to 3 cents? Honestly, somewhere around the January to February arc, right? I really think the market is going to be hopping in that time. And with Genius going full finalization, with everything that's happening with AI and AI agents, right? We showed you what Sandy Call thought, right? Here, let me play that again, because Sandy Call kind of told us where she thought the market was going to go. Franklin Templeton, right? There's so many things that are happening in the background, and we're not seeing it with the price, but they're happening, right? It's like, I'm telling you guys, you gotta just be in the Patreon and come to open mic night. I can't spill some of the beans, right? But let's bring Sandy Cole up here. Let's see if I can bring it up really quickly for you guys. Okay.
I think out of Web 2 apps into we got up to about 4 trillion in this last bull market. I think we're going to see multiples of that move into crypto. We could get 20, 30, maybe even north of that in terms of total money moving into the ecosystem. Demand for the native cryptocurrencies by people who are actually operating businesses in the space, I think is going to surge. Just the fact that everybody says by October the markets are going to turn, the markets will probably start to turn prior to October. That anticipation of that event, people are going to want to be positioned before that. Every time you call back to where the previous highs were and you consolidate, that's a good buying opportunity. That's how I think of it from just my pure trader instinct.
Just off that alone, she says, she thinks people are going to front run October, right? She thinks that we're going to go to 30 trillion, right? That kind of backs up what your boy Ski was saying. Yeah, shout out to that show again, right? Where this bull run was kind of like the appetizer bull run. It was the little mini taste test bull run. And this bull run is going to be the blow off top bull run. That's what he was speculating. Now, if we just think logically, the agentic AI, the robots, the ETFs, the digital asset treasuries, all the things that they're setting up in the background kind of lends itself to that, right? That the next bull run will be explosive because all of these things, agentic AI, ETFs, will be powering it. And then you have official legal clarity with Genius and things like that. That's all the recipe for us to get a Zebec all-time high, for us to get, things like ADI moving, to get another stable coin other than the US dollar very active and lively. Stellar's doing that with what they're doing in Europe with those stable coins. ADI is trying to do it with the digital dirham, right? It's all gravy out here. It's time. It's time. It's really, really time. So let's get into the part that we got into. We didn't get into the ADI part, and maybe this will be a separate show. But let's just go. We got time today. We got time. I need to get that sound clip. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. I need to get that. Today I got time, cuz I don't know if you guys have ever heard that one, but that one's pretty funny. Today I got time, cuz ADI here. So first of all, they just did staking, right? They crossed the 3,000 ADI staking milestone. And they also had here that the DDSC, there it is. DDSC has processed AED 150 million in institutional settlement since launch, processed under the CBUAE licensing with fiat reserves held in custody at First Abu Dhabi Bank. DDSC operates exclusively on ADI chain. As the dirham settlement grows, every dirham-based transaction will be powered by ADI, right? And remember, with this stable coin, Simon told us months ago that this stable coin is going to be on Zebec, right? Just like I think it was Jetpack who said all stable coins will be on Zebec, right? They have unlimited stable coins. Well, I'm going to give you a part of the exclusive interview that Simon did for our channel. Shout out to Simon for that. If you want the full interview, you definitely can come to the Patreon, but let's play that interview right now. A part of it.
In the UAE type of area with Vara.
Exactly.
So are you guys able to, is the super app being used right now in those countries that use that?
It is. So with World Liberty Financial, they came to us with really the goal of growing USD1 adoption. So many ecosystems come to Zebec with the goal of growing their stablecoins, because right now we're literally in a battle for the stablecoins, right?
Yep.
The beauty is that we can work with all of them. Obviously, World Liberty is a great team. USD1 is a solid stablecoin. It runs on Solana, so we did integrate that, and it is now being used in the super app. But since you mentioned the UAE, we're also working with ADI, and I think we had them on a Spaces earlier this year. It was
Yep.
Facet and ADI. So we're still, making moves in the UAE. We're waiting for that UAE stablecoin to get to a certain level of adoption, and we'll probably be integrating that into the super app too for the dirham.
All right, awesome.
So there it is, right? And I believe it was Jetpack who earlier said they can work with all stable coins, and Simon reiterated that point right there, right? So, this is one of the reasons why I'm high on ADI. and definitely check out the previous shows that we've done on ADI. We'll continue to do more as well. But that area specifically, people come through Dubai. They're trying to, travel to other areas. It's a central point as far as travel goes. And, you got our brother over there, a crypto mall. It's a point for, it's a place for crypto bros because they have zero capital gain tax for cryptos, allegedly, right? So here they say here as well, May was a big month for ADI ecosystem, collaboration with multiple tier institutions, launch of ADI PSN season 26 pass claims, minting of 110 million DDSC on chain. Okay, then they give a full recap, which we're not going to go over right now. But then we have that they have BNY as a customer, right? BNY is teaming with them to do trusted rails. Let's open this up here. ADI Foundation has announced a strategic collaboration with the Bank of New York Mellon and FinStreet. Our shared objective is to deliver regulated institutional grade digital asset custody for UAE clients anchored in ADI or ADG global market. Collaboration brings together ADI sovereign grade infrastructure, BNY's global digital asset custody capabilities, FinStreet's regulated digital market ecosystem. And the reason I bring this up is because we were just mentioning Mina earlier with Pact. ADI chain has some connections there in that area as well. We've been over how ADI chain is working with M-Pesa. So is Pact. So the MENA region is really going to be important for ADI for Pact. And, maybe Zebec gets into that as well, as far as with World Liberty Financial is concerned. And like Simon said earlier, they are partnered with ADI chain. Okay. So one of the things that I saw here from Reuters, this is a pretty recent article, BRICS nations discuss linking payment systems and CBDCs. Okay, our RBI chief says, okay, members of BRICS groups nations are discussing potential linkages between their respective fast payment systems and digital banking currencies. Reserve Bank of India Governor Sanjay Malhotra says at an event on Tuesday, the BRICS nations includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, among others. India is hosting the 2026 edition of the annual summit. And, since it's BRICS, I think places like Ripple probably have to be very kind of careful about how they expose partnerships there, so to speak, because of the whole, thoughts of BRICS versus G7 and all of this garbage, right? When we really know that central banks, just like the whole world kind of ran on the dollar, the whole world will run on the next reserve currency, which may possibly be XRP, right? Which may possibly be XRP. So it's very interesting here to say BRICS nations discuss linking payment systems and CBDCs. And then our brother Max, who I hope he's still in the the chat there. He shared this with us on a Coin Vault game show. Shout out to the Coin Vault game show. Crypto Verdict, right? One of the quickest growing game shows out there, the best game show in crypto. Ripple pilots a private ledger for central banks launching CBDCs, right? From James Wallace, March 4, 2021. So nothing's stopping this, right? Like there's a lot of work that Ripple put into making this happen. And I'm sure Canton might be a part of this, right? But don't discount the fact that Ripple's doing this, right? And it's just interesting to see that ADI is partnering with BNY, right? A big partner of Ripple's. And you can also look and see with Facet. They say with their Facet, who's a partner of ADI Chain, they have their own layer 1 called Own. And they used to say on here, all partners are followed, right? Own says that all partners are followed. And if you go look at some of their partners, one of their partners is Ripple, right? Aleo is another one. Midnight, Charles, right? Hoskinson, Zebec, of course, Visa, Rain, Fireblocks, Wintermute, and Ripple, right? So Ripple might have connections in that area, right? They may not totally announce them. I know they announced the Brazil one, but there may be other companies like ADI that are helping them get done what they need to get done over there, which is why I'm really high on ADI and what they're doing, right? So it's very interesting. BRICS working on their CBDCs, ADI doing what it's doing. There may be some smoke to that fire. There may be some fire to that smoke. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue on here. Get to the rest of our comments. The peppers. ZBCN not getting to 3 cents until late 27. Nah, I think we might have something in 27, early 27. Okay. But I think 27 to 28 are going to be pretty rocking. I think they're going to be pretty rocking. ZBCN's captains in the chat. Zebec has so much still to come out. Main things: possible IPO, Ripple partnership, exchange listings, and Jet Pact. I agree. Star that comment. My man. Let's continue on here. Good points, Jetpack. Indeed. Another 2 million ZBCN bought recently. Let's go. Sarmizzle trying to get up to 10 million Zebec. Let's go. Zebec is going to surprise people into 27, 28. Let the price keep dipping as far from above my initial entry. I'll go back there to get my entry level. That's the big treasure. LOL. Definitely going to have a short-term and long-term bag of Zebec stacking and staking. King Pound 1. I got in at 0.0082. What's up, Tully Aussie? My Aussies in the house. Really appreciate it. Hey, Rue, really want to visit that country one day. Gonna definitely have to make that happen. Oh, okay. Tony with the pepper said it's actually that he got in at 0.0082, which is a great entry price. Great entry price right there. Star that one. I've been a ZBCN player from the beginning. Bags keep growing plus staking from Healthy Fit. Charmizzle, 10 million is a solid bag. I grabbed 10 million when I first bought in a while ago. Kept adding. I hope everyone is staking for real. Indeed. Good stuff. Hitter, salute, King. Gotta be a Redskins fan with that name. RIP Sean Taylor. Yeah, Sean Taylor was a beast out here, man. He was one of the best safeties ever to play, man. It's sad the way he went out, bro. It was really sad. Just being able to get tokenized stock and spend like cash using Zebec card is unreal. That's a good point, Jetpack. Jetpack coming in with the heat today. Now you can keep the benefits of holding a stock while being able to spend it real time, anytime. And then, like, once you finish with the fries, That's when the big bucks come in.
Soon I'll be on fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. And that's where the big bucks start rolling in.
Shout out to the late great Louis Anderson there. Facts, looking forward to a real great season. I miss the Redskins. I wish you could go back. I do. I miss the Redskins too, man. They better never get rid of the Blackhawks, right? With their melanated Indian on there, right? I love the Blackhawks logo. They have one of the sweetest jerseys in NHL history, bro. And this is coming from a Red Wings fan. I like Caleb. I wanted him to go. I wanted him, but we got JD 5. Both are great. Yeah, they are both great. Jalen Daniels is kind of weird. Some of his relationship things, some of the things that he does with his mom are a little weird to me. But shout out to him. Shout out to him. Guy Jaden, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. If he stays healthy, you'll be in the playoffs. I may go to that. Okay. What's up, Detroit 313 in the house? Salutations, Drew. Appreciate it. Patreon member in the house. Dope Panthers fan. Oh, and by the way, guys, we also dropped a stock video on the Patreon looking at a lot of things in the world of stock. We're hitting the market both from the stock point of view and the crypto point of view. So if you want to hit the crypto community that does both stocks, crypto, and symbolism, definitely hit that Patreon. And definitely, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. We would very much and greatly appreciate that. Indeed. Let's continue on in the comments here. I hate Bryce. Oh, dang. So not a Bryce Young fan in here. All right. Maybe we need to do a football show over here. I'm going to the Packers game in October. Jetty good QB for sure. I was born in Chicago, Southside. Been in California since '89. Yeah, we might have to get a football show going over here, bro. Okay. Yeah, Cap has been on a good run. We've mentioned Cap in the Patreon. Patrick Steven, I don't know if you're in the Patreon or not, but yeah, Cap has been running like crazy out here. Shout out to that. Yeah, let's bring that up since you mentioned it. Cap has been on a crazy run in the Patreon. I think we got into this at around 0.024, so 2.4 cents. And it's now sitting at, oh, that's the US. That's the wrong one. That's their stable coin. They have a stable coin. That's interesting. That makes me even higher on it. Right? They're sitting at 0.068. So 6.8 cents. So we're up like, yeah, like almost 250 something percent in the Patreon. Yes. So shout out to Cap out here capping on folks. Let's see here. Oh wow, hitter played with Vic and Iverson coming up. Ronald Curry, who's Josh Allen's current QB coach. Curry was a go here. Wow, man. I didn't know you were an athlete hitter. That's cool, man. Dang. Vic and Iverson, so much talent, bro. Oh my gosh. Michael Vick just like revolutionized the quarterback position. Like he was like Randall Cunningham, like advanced. Definitely going to a Bears home game before they move to Indiana, which sucks. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. How the Bears move out of Chicago. That's great. That's some crazy stuff. I mean, Ronald Curry, no problem. Curry was the man. My uncle coached him. Wow. Yeah, we might have to get a show, a football show going over here. Taliasi, what's up? Hey, put one in the chat if you guys want to see a football show, a separate football show. That was a bad time. Here we go. I love this crawling vault team. Best crew I've come across to change my life. Wow, Richie, that's a really great statement there. Yeah, definitely come check out the Coin Vault, guys. We've been killing it over there. The game show has been very, very successful. You know, shout out to all the Coin Vault crew. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Crypto Future. Shout out to Crux of Crypto. Shout out to Longview Compute. You know, shout out to Invest with Doc. You know, shout out to your boy Ski. Shout out to you know, Jesse KIR. Shout out to Shook Focus Digital. You know, who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody else, man? Like, there's so many great people who come on. You know, and tune in this Monday. We're gonna have a really special guest. I'm not gonna spill it. I'm not gonna ruin it, but we're gonna have a great special guest on Monday. Has not been on the show, the game show before, so you definitely want to tune in Monday. Oh, shout out to NodeNet. I'm missing NodeNet. David of NodeNet, and shout out to Mike of NodeNet as well. Who else? Who else am I missing? I think I got everybody. But yeah, definitely check out the game show here, the best game show in crypto. And our guy Crux does a very, very good job of hosting. Shout out to Crux. What's up, Crypto Clay? It's been a while, brother. My man in the house.
My man.
Where you been, Clay? What's up, Joey in the house? My man Joey in the house. Hope all is well with you and the family. Ruel, I requested Stock Holiday to start up a sports channel. I think you and him would be a solid team speaking on sports and football since coming back. I have to shout out holler at my guy Stock Holiday. I know Shook and him have worked together before, and I've seen Stock's stuff. Stock's a cool guy, man. From everything I've heard, like I've heard of a couple people that dealt with Stock, and they have nothing but good things to say about Stock Holiday, man. So yeah, I have to get in contact with Stock and see if we can hook up, man. That would be nice. It's always cool to hook up with another brother and do some cool things, man. And plus, it's just better. It's just better when it's with two people too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll have to hook up with Stock and see if he's down for that. Yeah, Stock would be solid for sure. Yeah, I hate the pack. The pack have ruined my Lions dreams for so long. With Favre, freaking Aaron Rodgers, even Love, right? Great show tonight, Rue. Appreciate it, Patrick Steven. Appreciate it so much. Sydney, I'm late. Thoughts on Plume and Wormhole. You know, I'm really high on Plume. Our brother Underdog Research Channel has been putting in the Lord's work with Plume. Let's definitely bring up his channel. He's been really putting in the Lord's work with Plume, right?
It's time for real.
I didn't mean to play it there. But definitely go over here and check it out. And I'm loving the real world alpha stuff too as well. I need to get one of these hoodies, man, for show. Him and Indigo rocking these real world alpha hoodies, man. Yeah, I definitely got to get over here and support my brother Underdog Research Channel. Definitely come over here and give him a like and subscribe, guys. Like, he's been putting in work on Plume, right? And Plume's been doing really good partnerships. DTCC partnership here recently. Regulators about to switch, about to flip switches. Indeed. Let's see, did I miss something? ZBCN is the Leviathan in here. Our brother Crypto Clay's in here. All right, cool. I think we got to all of our comments, guys. Yeah, NFL's around the corner. I can't wait too. I love football season, guys. I love it. So if you guys made it to the end, please put Pact in the comments, not in the comments of the live stream, but in the comments once the live stream ends. It will help spread the show around. And you guys will definitely see me next Sunday. But tomorrow, you will see me on the game show. Again, tune into the game show on the Coin Vault, the Crypto Verdict, right? We will have a new guest that you've never seen before. Thank you guys so much for coming through. It's always nice to talk to you guys. It's like talking with family. Thank you guys so much for walking with me. And I'm out. Peace.